Hello and welcome to another Silver Alert from the AARPGs. I'm Nathan. I've got Matt behind the camera, and we're here with Tomas Härenstam.
Hello.
Hello. We're at the Free League booth. Super excited to be here. As if you watch our channel, you know we play a lot of Free League games, and we've had quite a few interviews with them, so it's finally nice to meet you in person.
But definitely.
So we played the Dragonbane game on the first day of GenCon. Had a lot of fun. We've been playing it, recording our episodes to publish later this year.
Yeah.
And we're about 6 episodes in, and we're having a blast.
Fantastic.
It's being pretty well received here. Did you expect how well it'd be going?
No, I mean, it's been fantastic. I mean, it's a new game also. It's a new brand. It's not like one of the licensed games. So it's always a bit of it might be more difficult for people to try it out because they don't know about it. But it's been amazingly well received. So that's great. I mean, we're doing the demos here and the full games here as well, and just people getting it at home. I see a lot of reports, people playing it, having fun. So it's been just amazing to see. It's been received really, really well.
I think it's for fantasy games. I know I'm going to be gushing here for a second, but it really scratches a lot of the itches I have about how like consequences of if you take risks, there could be severe consequences and mild consequences, and I like that aspect that you can do fantastical things and go really well for you, but also you're gonna pay the consequences for it.
Yeah. I mean, that's really what I enjoy myself also in RPGs, that they should feel a bit dangerous. I mean, for your character, and not that they will die all the time, because even if you go down, you have pretty good chances to survive and fight another day. But in combat, that should feel dangerous. That every hit against you should feel like, ooh, am I going to survive this? Otherwise, it's just not. If you feel like, this is nothing, it's just not fun for me.
Right.
So does have that, even though to avoid characters dying all the time. Still, even if you go down, you have plenty of chances to recover and get back up.
So that brings something that I really like. So I'm more of a reckless player, and in every combat, my character in this game has gone down.
Okay.
And so the combat's pretty simple and straightforward and fast. But the nice thing is, even if you go down, you can rally. The whole rallying mechanic, like, why isn't everybody else doing that? Because if you're going to be out for the whole combat,
that's no fun.
Yeah, it isn't fun.
Yeah,
especially if you first hit, you take 150%
you're down. Yeah. No, that's exactly also why we did that. Kind of, you can go down quickly if you're unlucky.
Yeah.
But you can get back up and can continue fighting, but then at a risk. So that to kind of increase the tension and the of the fight. So that's kind of what we enjoy ourselves, so that's why we did it.
So if you hadn't explored that, that's something that just playing a few times, I really enjoy. We've also really enjoyed the experience system. And if you're not familiar, if you want to explain that.
Yeah, it's a bit of it's not a level system, so it's a skill-based system. So the way primarily you develop your character by increasing your skill levels. So basically, if you roll like a critical hit or a critical failure, you make a little mark on on your skill, and you also get some bonus marks to put on the skills that you want for doing like specific things. And then you roll for each of these marks, and you roll over your skill level. Normally you want to roll under to succeed, but then you roll over to increase, making it harder and harder to increase. But it's kind of fun. Adds a bit of a gamey, fun element to character development. And it's also a bit more incremental than a level system, meaning that even if you're experienced, you won't be invulnerable after a couple of levels, because you'll still be at risk, even if you're a seasoned fighter. You still, if you meet even the lowliest goblin with a lucky arrow, can still get you. So that means it never gets safe. So
and you should feel like, every time you go into combat, I think you should feel some risk, so you're not vulnerable.
Yeah.
And for flavor, you have there's a talent mechanic.
Yes.
Want to go into that a little bit?
We have these the talents or specialties that kind of beyond the skills. You have these kind of You have these heroic abilities that kind of tweak and give. You have a specific ability for each kin or in the game, but then they also have heroic abilities. You get to choose one at the start of the game, or one is suggested by the profession, and then you can learn more as the game goes along. And those heroic abilities will give you an edge to do specific things. Maybe give you an extra parry in combat, give you some other bonus moves that only you can do. So that gives it a bit more specificity and versatility for the characters.
Customization.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's really great. So I don't want to be the Dragonbane interview because that's really all I want to talk about. There's lots of other things here.
Yeah.
We played a lot of Alien, so there's a new Alien supplement coming out.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. It's called Building Better Worlds. So it's a big source book, campaign book for explorers. One of the 3 campaign frames for the game. You have the Colonial Marines, which we had a book for the other year. And now the Explorer book, Building Better Worlds. So that one has a bit of a delay. We had hoped to have the PDF done and out by now, but it's still, I just yesterday got the last chapter from the graphic designer.
Okay.
So we just got to get that finalized and approved, and then we're going to send it out to backers. And after some backer feedback or pre-order feedback, we'll send it to print and out to everybody. It's going to be a big book with an included pretty big campaign out and exploring a new area of space where some weird stuff has been going on, and it's Alien. So so that's coming out in PDF now in a few weeks or months, and then in print probably very early next year.
So with the previous supplements, you kind of had like a first act, second act, third act. Are you doing the same kind of thing with this?
This one is more of a campaign book because
Okay.
So in the cinematic scenarios we had the 3-act thing. So there's one, then we had the Chariot of the Gods, and then the Destroyer of Worlds and Heart of Darkness. And those are cinematic scenarios which have this.
So this is more like the CMON.
This is more like the Colonial Marines book.
Yeah.
So it's more of a source book with a lot of material, a lot of background material, but also a campaign. And it includes like 6 or 7 expeditions, which are short missions basically to play that tie together into a campaign.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've been having fun with one of the adventures in the
we're working on a new one of those as well, a new cinematic scenario that's coming a bit later. So we haven't announced that one just yet, but it is in the works. Yeah.
All right. Exciting. But there's lots of other stuff going on here. You've got Coriolis.
Yep.
And what's the latest release for that?
We only released a couple of weeks ago, maybe. No, that was another one. This one, then. Can't find it.
It's fine.
It's called Wake of the Icons. It's part 3 of there's like a big campaign for Coriolis called Mercy of the Icons.
Yeah.
And we've been working on that for a number of years. So it's like big campaign books that tie together into a trilogy of a really big campaign. And the last part is Wake of the Icons. And that came out, I believe, in June. So it's very recent.
Okay.
I think it's here, but it's maybe, I don't know where.
I did see it here earlier.
It's going quickly, so it might even be sold out. I don't know.
And you've got a Kickstarter coming out.
Yeah. We announced that just yesterday that we're doing a Kickstarter for a big expansion about Moria for the One Ring.
Okay.
And it's being both for the One Ring and the 5e version, the Lord of the Rings opening. So we're doing a Kickstarter for both versions of the Moria.
Oh, okay.
So like the setting content will be the same, but then of course the rule bits will be adapted to each system. So that's coming August 29th, and it's
soon.
There's a pre-order page up already where you can sign up to be notified when it goes live. And this is a really cool thing to do because it's something the fans have been wanting for a long time.
Yeah.
Even for the first edition of the One Ring, there was talk about a Moria supplement that never happened, and then it's been talked about for a long time, and now it's on its way.
Yeah, and Moria has such you hear the word Moria and you have from the movies, you have such an image in your head of what that's about.
Definitely.
Can you tell us a little bit about what's going to be inside?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be beautiful maps and lots of setting material, background material, and also landmarks. It's a concept that we have already in some of the other modules, kind of like adventure locations within Moria.
Okay.
So the idea this is done is that it's not a linear campaign. It's more of an open setting, a sandbox setting, but underground. So basically, there are the NPCs with factions and agendas and stuff, but then you can really build your own campaign inside Moria. So it's very much of an open world or underground, but still open world campaign book.
Yeah. we as old nerds, so we have a lot of nostalgia around the Lord of the Rings, One Ring, all of those books. So the art in those has been like fantastic, just absolutely beautiful. Who's the main artist? And
for this, for the One Ring, it's an Italian artist called Antonio De Luca, but he also works with some other artists in his team who do some of the art as well. But they are doing amazing work on the One Ring, so it's great to see their work.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that about a lot of Free League's products. Just the art is, they almost feel like art books, and there's a game included. So.
Yeah.
But is there anything else that you think we should, our listeners, be interested in?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot going on. We're working on more stuff for Twilight 2000, more for Blade Runner.
Yeah, Twilight 2000. That's like near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're working on, we released Urban Operations a couple of months ago, and then we're working on 2 more expansions of roughly the same size. First is the Black Madonna, which was a Kickstarter stretch goal that I know a lot of people are waiting for, and we are now I'm looking at new art for that every day, and it's looking really great.
Okay.
So I'm, really eager to show some stuff to everybody, so that hopefully we can give a sneak peek very soon. And the text is almost done. Okay. Frank Frey, the original writer, he's had some health problems. Yeah. He's getting good help from Chris Keeling, who's did military consultant for the game, and he's also doing some writing. Okay. So he's helping out, and so we're all close to getting the manuscript together. The art is coming in, maps are coming in, so it's at that point where everything starts to come together for it. So soon.
Yeah. Frank's been he posts occasionally on the Facebook group, and it's nice to hear that he's the kind of he's getting better. So that's good. That's the most important thing.
And he's him and Chris have done this work and putting it together. I think it's turning out great. Yeah,
that's fabulous. I could sit here and talk to you all day. So, but there's like a lot of people here.
Yeah.
We're probably going to pick some stuff before we leave.
Sure.
But thanks. I really appreciate the time you've given to us and the support you've given to us as a podcast. It's been been fabulous.
Yeah.
And finally, great to meet you in person.
Definitely.
So thanks for your time.
Thanks, everyone.
I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.